Hello everyone, welcome to Any Best YouTube channel. My name is Eno Johnson. Today I want to talk about akara business. Akara business may look common to some people. It's a business and some people look down on. But this is what has been putting money in people's account. This is what some people are using to buy properties, sponsoring their children in school. There are people I know, a man in Akwa Ibom State, who's into akara business with the wife. The man and the wife, they do this business together. He sponsors his children in private schools. And then my friend, the mom, does akara business. This is what they've been living on. They have their house. The children have gone to university and they are independent now. And all that and all that. Not just them and many others. You see, one thing I always say, everything we do here in Africa is also done. Everything that is done in the Western world, is also done in Africa, or whatever we do here in Africa is done in the Western world. The difference is just the packaging. So when it comes to akara business, you just have to also do it in a unique way, a sophisticated way. Everything in life is about packaging. Okay, for instance, now you see the way people are packaging popcorn business. By the way, I've written a post on that. I've done a video on that. If you are interested in popcorn business, you can take a look. There are so many things that you learn from it. Honestly, it's out of experience. I made that video. So now, I say it's all about packaging. For instance, if you are staying in let's say an estate where you have all these high class people staying there, do you know that you can set up an akara business in that environment and make it big time, just like the way they are also making their money? They are living sophisticated. You also will live that way, classical way. You can just say, I order for your Mishos akara here, and people will be coming. They will be ordering. That is, they will get your number, and then in the morning, family will call you, supply for the family. You will supply maybe 2K here. Let's assume it's 2K for 50 families. How much is that? 100K. One thing in akara is this: you make equivalent of the amount you spend. Let's say you bought beans, pepper, and the rest of them. The ingredients cost you 10,000 naira. Definitely, you will make either 10 or more. It all depends on your environment, but that's how I have known this business. So there's there's profit in it. So if you say you don't want to stay by the roadside, you can make it in an executive way. But do you know that these roadside vendors, akara vendors, they are making big money? Check out how many people line out to buy from them in the morning. Sometimes you see 30 people, 50 people, 100 people lining up to buy. I'm not saying as a stretch. 10 may come now and go, 5 come, go, 8 comes, go, 3 comes, and like that they are buying. If you calculate the number of people that are bought in a day, let's just say it was 100 people or 50. Even if it is 50, definitely in a day you can make 10,000 naira. In a day you can make 15, you can make 20,000, depending on where you are staying, and depend on the number of people. So when you are doing this business, there are things you need to consider. The things you need to consider is, one, location. Location is very, very important. It has to be in a place whereby you will have plenty of customers. Of course, they will see you to patronize you. It could be in a junction. It could be close to a residential or a commercial center, close to an institution. If you do it in where university students are staying, whereby they cook their own food, you know that you will sell. Or on a busy road. So it should be an open place and spacious enough for you to display your akara. Now, also another thing to consider is the size of buyers. You have to factor this into your plans. before you write your akara business plan, make sure this is one of the things you consider. And then you produce a delicious akara. You can just say, okay, in this environment, I could have 100 people patronizing me in a day. You can have 200 people. If you are in a business road, you just know that you have up to that amount of people. But sometimes you know that the quality of buyer, the amount people are buying also matters. For instance, you live in a place that each one buy 100 naira, 200 naira, 300 naira, and the other person is in a place they buy 1,500, 700. You see, even if the other person has about 50 people that comes to buy, and you have 100, the other person 50 will make more profits in a day than you. That that's how the business is. So the next thing to consider is the type of beans. It's not every beans you use for akara. Yes, you should know the type. I like that white one with black eye. Yes, even the honey beans. Honey beans seems to be also very good, and some brown beans like that. Someone will say if you use brown beans to do akara, there's no need for you to put ingredients anymore because already it has enough taste. Lovely taste. But you know you are doing it for commercial, so you have to just be very um sure of what you are doing. Put all the ingredients that are necessary. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about now is the recipe. We have the beans, vegetable oil, salt, pepper, onions, and crayfish. Some people put maggi. I don't bother putting maggi because I'm already using crayfish. That's what my mother has been using to do delicious. If you eat akara, you won't stop eating akara. Very delicious. So that's what I've been using. But you can do it as you maybe how it is being loved in your area. So what are the materials needed for akara business? We have mortar and pestle. Yes, you just have to turn it. Yes, before you start cutting it inside your oil. Have basin, grinder, long spoon, sieve, papers, packaging materials, maybe a shelter and an umbrella, something that covers you. Source of fire. I like the one of firewood. Oh. Yeah, tray, fake and frying pan. Those are the things that are needed. Well, for how to prepare akara, maybe I have to do a video on that. I won't start to describe that here. But I'm sure that when you go to buy akara by the roadside, you see how they do it. So it's not something that is difficult to do. Another thing, since you are going commercial, is a commercial something you're doing for profit. I rather you buy your beans in bag. It's more profitable that way than you going to measure in cups. You're cheating yourself. But if you buy in bags, buy your things in bulk. Make it if it's in a place that see akara is more delicious when there's enough pepper in it. So why do you think that after adding pepper inside akara, they will also see putting more pepper? Yes, and you have to be careful that you don't it's not the salt is not too much. When you do akara that is lovely, you will have people coming back again and again. They will be referring others to you. As I've already told you, it is very profitable. If you can do it, this one there's no shame in doing this kind of business. In fact, there are other businesses that go with akara. Do you know that if you add bread, people will buy it from you? If you add akamo, or even if you are adding is you fry yam too and plantain, there are people that like variety, they want to add to it. Or you can also do fried sheep sorry, fish. You fry fish and add to it. So when you do all of this one, the money you make in a day will be huge. So what if you make 50,000 in a day? Is it not something? Of course you can actually make that. Look for a nice stand, decorate the place, put pictures of akara, and other things that you add to it and get people coming to buy again and again. You can do it morning and evening. There are people that like eating akara in the evening. Yes, as their evening food. You sell it as much as you sell in the morning, but then I think morning will still the number of people that buys in the morning are still more than that of evening. Well, it was subject to debate. I wouldn't know, but I like my own in the morning. So what are you waiting for? Capital to start akara business. Even with 5,000, you can start. Just gather equip your utensils, the things you have at home, and start it. There are people that started that way. They didn't have prime pan. They took their pot, gather firewood, they put it. They have started. Oh. One mama started like that. Oh. That's how people started gathering how her akara is delicious. So there's no excuse. Please start it. Whether you are a graduate, you are still in school, when you have your holiday, or whatever, anybody, you are a retiree, you can do this business. Please don't overlook it. Package it. Make it very classical and get people buying from you with your own price. Thank you very much for staying glued to Anybest YouTube channel. Just in case you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please kindly do so. If you have questions, why not? Ask me. I'm very much ready to answer your questions. Bye for now until some other time. Cheers.